Well, it's a strange week or two at the moment. You know, we started this channel. I said mostly I do repair, sort of buy to fix to sell. And then for some reason I've just had a spate of paying repair jobs coming in. So it's money. Not complaining about that. Yeah, I'd be more inclined to fix the stuff I'm interested in fixing, which is computer stuff, motherboards. The reason I'm interested in that is because I've still got a lot to learn, and every time I look at one I normally learn something new. But anyway, a guy brought me this one in. This is the guy, the print shop, Gran Canaria, who does all my printing work really for the other side of the business. And he said, "Hey, Rich, can you fix that for me?" So what is it? So this is a digital LED sign, and it's supposed to say digital printing. I said, "Oh, what's it do?" He says, "It does that." I said, "Oh, okay." He says, "More of these red ones are lighting up before, but now that's all I've got." So yeah, we could have a look at that. Let's have just a quick look. I'll just unplug this. Is the power pack, 12 volt, 1 amp, so it runs on 12 volts. He also quite helpfully told me how to get this apart. He said, if you take this, this one, if you take this end off, it just pulls off. He says, and once you've done that, you can just slide the back out, get out of the way, and this out of the way. No, and what do we have? Well, we don't have anything very sophisticated here. I mean, this is like the Christmas lights. We have chains of LEDs with resistors, and that's all we've got there. We've got power coming in, plus and minus, whichever way they are. And yeah, this looks here, you can probably see this. This is positive or negative, it's one of them coming in. And it's going to all these LEDs one side, all these. So that's like a common supply rail to every row, and then we can see, it comes to here. There's a bit of this red. Oh, it's a bit of red wire. I bet that's a positive. Down this bit of red wire to another common area down here in the blue ones. And it's been like lashed together. This has by somebody in a sweatshop. I've got to say, probably. I don't know what they charge for these things. I mean, I suppose you get these made with whatever you're rated on them. Maybe you pay a decent price for them. I don't know. Let's have a quick look, off interest, what this sort of thing would actually cost you if you were to buy this sort of thing. Otherwise, I thought it should be more centered. I love that. This is effectively caused by feedback, rather than audio feedback, it's video feedback. Let's have a look. So let's see what one of these things actually cost you if you wanted one. It's going to be, come on, wake up. Oh, I cabbaged the Firefox there, I think, by shutting it down. Oh, there we go. Okay. LED sign, custom. How much are these things? Custom LED signs. Oh, AliExpress. Let's have a look. Oh, those are like very fancy ones. Nothing, nothing exactly like this. Let's try just what I was. LED sign, digital printing. Spell it right, eh? Digital. Can't have anything on there. Let's have a look on eBay. No, nothing like this. Let's have a look on eBay, see if that will give us some idea. I'll look on the UK one. I speak a bit of Spanish, not a lot. I understand a lot of spoken Spanish. I understand written Spanish quite well, but I don't. Okay, the more beers I've had, más cerveza, más hablo español. The more beers I've had, the more I speak Spanish. Digital. Oh, there's not recording. We call this thing digital LED sign. flashing sign open. So if this is like one that is like a common one that wasn't custom made, then they're probably very cheap. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask him what's it worth to you. What's it worth to you? Okay, so let's not worry too much about that. Right. Let's see if we can figure out what is actually wrong with it. So, I think the easiest way to look at this, this is like a Christmas light. So here you got like 1, 2, 3 a resistor, 4, 5 red LEDs, and then this is, you can see this is just a common voltage rail that will go down the black wire and eventually end up here, yeah. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus a resistor in each chain of red, and then in the blue we got 1, 2 resistor, 3 black, yeah, common, yeah. So on the blue ones you got 1, 2, 3 in a chain, and that's it. You got lots of chains of 5 and lots of chains of 3. So I'd rather not even power this on. We can actually have a look at this. If we put the meter on diode test mode, we can have a look at this and we can see what's happening. We know this light was lighting up. This one, let's just check. Yeah, that row is lighting up. So we think this is the positive, only because it goes to the red wire. All you're getting, so positive end of the meter. Yeah, it reads 1.76, which is about right for red LED. And if I switch off the bench lighting, just give me one moment. I've switched off the overhead bench lighting, so you see. Yeah, can you see that now lighting up? Yeah, get a good contact, it lights up. These are good, yeah. So on that's a good one. So let's go to the bad one. Nothing. Yeah. That one's working, yeah. That one's working, yeah. That one's working, yeah. That one's working, yeah. So on this chain we've just got one faulty on that one, yeah. Let's have a quick look at another one. That's working. That's working. That's nothing. That one appears to be open circuit. That one appears to be open circuit. And that's the end of the chain. So this one we seems to have like about 3 not working. So that's basically all. So that was off. That's off. That's working. That one's short. That one's short. That one's not working. Yeah. So basically, what you got here is a load of faulty LEDs. I think they are 5mm. Just give us a minute. These are 5mm LEDs. The clear ones are actually red. They just get LEDs like this. They're actually clear, but they light up red, like these things, for instance. Yeah. You can very quickly see when I don't short it out, and when I put it the right way around, actually you can't see. There you go. No, it must be a good LED. It's a new one. Yeah. Yeah. So they are red. They just clear. Let's just get one of these other ones. Looks like all the clear ones are new, and all the red ones, you know, they're actually red coloured plastic. The poles I've took off something or other at some point or other. Let's have a quick look. Back to front, I think. Well, that might even be. Oh, no, it's lighting up. It's red. It's red. Lights up, yeah. So I think these are all 5mm LEDs. Yeah, looks the same size as the existing ones. Right, so what we got there is a load of duff LEDs. We can have a quick look at the blue ones, but I'm sure we're going to find exactly the same problem down here. Yeah, you can see that, I'm sure. That's good. That's good. Actually, most of the blues were good, weren't they? There was only some of the blue ones over here that weren't working. Like this row here, for example, isn't working. Let's have a quick look. So that one isn't lighting up. Oh, wrong polarity. That's lighting up. That's lighting up. Sorry. That's funny. That chain actually lights up. Actually lights up, but doesn't work. Two possibilities here. One that the resistor's high value, which I doubt it, but it could be 670. Let's look at another one. Like I say, what you might find here is that one of these LEDs has actually got a higher voltage drop than it should have, because it's faulty, and the voltage drop is so high that it puts the 3 above the 12 volts. Yeah, I can't even read the voltage drop on this meter. I'm guessing one of them is faulty in pushing the voltage drop up. Until I change them, can't say for certain. But the problem here with this is you got a lot of duff LEDs. I'm guessing could be 20, could be a bit more. You know, depends on how many chains of 5 you've got here. We found 2 or 3 in some, but it was short, so you know it was more than one. So you could end up easily sticking 30 LEDs in that. The LEDs themselves are not expensive. That's not a problem. Let's have a quick look on the screen capture again. So we're on eBay. Let's just go on eBay. Probably cheaper on AliExpress. 5mm red LED. Let's see, 50 times. I mean, how much for 50 of them? Those are the clear ones, so we need the red plasticky ones. Straw hat, there's different shaped ones. Yeah, there's some 50 there for £2.59 plus postage, £1.39. So you're looking like about £4 for 50 of the red ones. Blue. Well, it managed to find them even though I even spelt it wrong. That's spooky, isn't it? Blue. There's only a 50 there for £3 with free postage. So you're probably looking less than £10 worth of LEDs, £6-7. But it's your time, you know. It's your time to do this repair. It's going to take time. And personally, I'm not sure if it's really worth it. I mean, I think you're going to be sitting here changing LEDs on here for a couple of hours, yeah. And realistically, you've got a charge at that time. You've got about £6, £10 worth of bits, but you'll have quite a few spare ones. £5 worth of bits, £6 worth. And even if you charge for, you know, like £30 for doing it, you're still like £35 or £40 euros want to fix this. And I'm not sure it's worth that for the guy to just buy another one from somebody who sits there soldering stuff all day for you know, next to nothing. Okay, interesting. That's a short video. Good, didn't waste much time on that, less than 15 minutes. Yeah, make your mind up about that sort of work. But anyway, just a quick little repair or non-repair job, and I'll get back to the guy who owns it and see what he thinks. And you know, I was just going to finish that video there, and it was bothering me a bit. I kind of watched it back, because I always watch these videos back, and it kind of bothered me a bit because I was talking about these 3 blue diodes here that all test okay but don't light up. And I said, well, maybe one of them was on like the too high a voltage drop. or maybe the resistor's high resistance, but it isn't. And it occurred to me, there's another reason why they might not work, and that might be because the negative and the positive are not going to where they should do effectively. So this one here, all three of these actually light up, yeah, but it doesn't work. I can see here that end is on the black wire, which is the negative rail. Let's see if so it's there, comes down to here. So all this is a common voltage rail, goes up here, goes to the black up here, goes around here. Let's have a look to see where that actually is going. So we'll come from the power in. This is 12. Yeah, put it onto voltage range. That's 12 volts. Yeah. Now let's measure across these three that don't light up. 16, 17. We've only got 12 coming in. That can't be right. Yeah. Actually, the black's here, so go that way. -6. Something's confusing this meter. Do you remember me when we were playing around with that first disco, like the one that I got it wrong, and I explained why I got it wrong? And one of my comments was that sometimes when you see these negative voltages, which can't be real because there's only plus and minus 12 coming in, plus 12 coming in here, it can't be real. That it means there isn't basically there isn't a proper circuit. And I don't know whether it's just this meter or it's multimeters in general. Well, let's have a look. Is it just this meter? Because whenever I see this, the business whereby I don't have, I have these negative voltages which can't exist, really. I'm always on the fluke. I've another one. So we know this is negative here, yeah? No, that reads minus as well. Different voltage, but it still reads minus. Somebody in the comments, I'd really like to hear why you see sometimes a negative voltage reading which can't exist, yeah? It can't be negative. Well, I've got 3 multimeters. Let's try the third one. Let's see what the third one does. I'm interested. It's got me interested now. All of a sudden, this has become more interesting. Stick this one on. See what this sees. Negatives here, the black. Again, yeah, it's like going nuts, look. I see the positive voltage, I don't see a negative, but it's going nuts. It's giving me a strange... That's something I'd really like to hear why that is, yeah, why that happens. So let's have a look at this, because we know this is negative, yeah, and we know that this end should be plus 12 and it ain't. We've got plus 12 to there, where we know is plus 12, yeah, and we ain't got plus 12 to here. So where's the plus 12 coming here? In fact, it's up here as well. We've got loads of the red ones. So like this plus 12 rail, where's that going to? This is negative. That's a black wire. So this supposed to go through 1, 2, 3 diodes, but it's only going through 2, and that's 12. So we put this bloody wire on here the wrong place. That doesn't make sense. Look. This is, I can see a black wire here. That's 0 volts, yeah. And I'm going to 12, and I've got 12, yeah. And then we've got 1 LED, 2 LEDs, a resistor, and 3 LEDs. And this side should be positive, which it is positive because look, it goes down there to the red wire, yeah. Back to the positive common rail. So surely this point here must go to there, and it don't, it goes to here. Well, he didn't tell me anybody had been messing with this, and he said it worked. You know, I sure, he didn't say. I mean, God knows. But I think, I don't know where he got this from. Was it ever working? Did he find it somewhere? Well, if you ask me, somebody either made a mistake when they built this, or they've been, excuse the French, somebody's been pissing around with this. that's wrong. That's wrong. Without a doubt, that's right. It even looks like a big blob of solid. In fact, yeah, it even looks like mine though. It must have been soldering here when he built it. But I reckon that's in the wrong place. So there's no 12 volts up here. If that's the case, and this has got 12 volts on one side, coming from the red, this is probably going to read open circuit, this LED. You see, I'm still reading funny voltage across here. Well, I'm not really reading any voltage coming in, yeah, switched off. But across here to here, I am reading, no, still half a volt, okay. There must be a bit of charge coming off the power supply. Yeah, but there's less voltage coming in than what I can see between ground and here. Okay. Ground, it's gone now, but it was there before. There's no capacitors here, so there's nothing to hold the charge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand really exactly why I'm seeing what I'm seeing there. But what I do know for sure is this wire's in the wrong place. I think let's just cut this one. Let's just, because I can't reach over to here with it. Let's just get rid of that one. Yeah, we don't want that one. Get that out of there. Let's get a bit of wire. Because if I'm right here, this may well say that in actual fact, a lot of these LEDs, a lot more of them are working than I thought they were working. I'm going to ask Mark, who brought me this in, if he's taken it somewhere to look at it. Because if he has, and that's why, well, there used to be more working than there are now, then quite frankly, the guy who took it to was an idiot. Can I say he's an idiot? No. He's inexperienced. Extremely, yeah. Cowboy. If somebody's done this, and I'm assuming it wasn't built like this, then whoever's been at this really shouldn't be fixing stuff for repair. They should be fixing, buying and selling. You know, like I've said to you guys, when you're beginners, look, you're a beginner, you're going to make mistakes, yeah? Everybody, I've made stupid mistakes, we're all going to make mistakes. But when you're making mistakes, you shouldn't be making mistakes fixing things for other people. You should be making mistakes on stuff that you've bought yourself to fix and sell. Because then it don't really matter. When you get a bit more experience, yeah, you know, obviously you want to make money. Get, you know, do some repairs that are paying jobs. I'm sure I was the same when I started. It's not, you know, we all started, and I remember making some silly mistakes. I still make them. Get on there. I should have added a bit of flux to this. Can you see I'm not getting a very good soldered connection? So it goes here. Oh, the black wire goes directly under there, so it's not soldered there. It's soldered here somewhere. See what this does. Where are we? Blob of solder, blob of flux. Yeah, so it goes somewhere here. There you go. Yeah, because that's the common which goes down here. There's the red. Yeah, so that's where it goes to. So we'll just switch it on and see what happens. Well, we have a lot more LEDs lit up, that's for sure. Yeah, and that one is dead, the one that I said was probably an open circuit. So that's the first problem. So now on the blue we've only got one chain that isn't working, the one with that, and we know it's going to be that one because that was soldered in the wrong bloody place. Can we even do this with it switched on? Let's have a go. No, let's not have a go. That's like that lights up. Yeah, I'm sure you can see that on camera. That's lighting. That's lighting. That one don't. We know it's going to be the faulty one. So replace that one, and all the blue ones are going to be good. So this is becoming a bit less of a job now. We've now got so that one's in this chain. That'll be short. So it's still passing current, and this resistor's dropping a bit more voltage than it normally would, but it's stopping the other ones from failing. We can see that. So normally across one of these resistors, 2.7 on that one. That's a non-working one. 2.3, yeah. So effectively that resistor's dropping a bit more because that one's short. One of these is going to be wrong, yeah. So we still need some red LEDs, and one blue LED. But it's now become like a bit more of a possibility, this job. So I'm going to ask him how much it's worth. I'm going to suggest that probably for like €25, that includes the cost of the bits, we can fix this. So I don't think it's going to take much of a job to fix this now, yeah. Okay, so that is the end of the video. Really is the end of the video, and yeah, actually I think that one turned out in the end to be a lot more interesting than I thought it would. Okay, cheers guys, see you soon.